Ah, you royal rubes. You do know me, don't you? And if you are old enough to know me, you probably know this guy. Skeletor, Lord of Destruction. I believe that's the Ultimates edition made in his Filmation colors. Complete with Havoc Staff. And his Bone Sword and Diamond Ray of Disappearance have to be somewhere. I mean, somewhere other than in Lizard Man's hands. Yeah, I think he came repackaged with the exact same stuff. Anyway, I'm Kent. Today we're exploring the villains. Before the final list, when I break down my top 10 favorites. Here we go. We've got Snake Mountain. Do not ask me how much that thing cost me. I was honestly more fiscally conservative about Snake Mountain when I bought it on the first-hand market, as opposed to Castle Grayskull or Granomir, which I got off eBay ages after they were produced. Anyway, got all kinds of movie figures up here on top of Snake Mountain. We have Starrod, we have Blade, we have Dark Despot Skeletor from the William Stout collection. Honestly, the Skeletor and the film soundtrack honestly carried that movie. And we have Karg. Oh. We have Screech. Screech came with the original Classics version of Evelyn. This. Hang on. No. This is her Club Grayskull figure. She comes with the... She's holding the shaping staff there. I think I might have picked up the shaping staff off eBay and given it to her. Yeah, I think she had... Yeah, okay. What she came with was her black wand, that piece of cordite, and her... and the face without her helmet on, which came from the episode The Witch and the Warrior. I'll pick that up later. I see it. It rolled on the table. Moving on. You've got... Moving on, we have Man-at-Arms in his Masterverse box. We're not talking about him. We have Lord Mask and his mistress Shakoti from House of Shakoti. I never know how the name Shakoti is spelled, but I do remember how it's pronounced. Well, it's Shakoti or it's Shakoti, depending who's speaking. Anywho. Lord Mask is holding the shield and the sword for Galactic Protector He-Man, which was the New Adventures He-Man. I never agreed with that. He should have had like a mist attachment for his hand, or his broken mask, or anything like that. Shakoti came with one of her little Darkling demons is hiding under the Snake Mountain table. I'll get him. Sorry, Mask. I got him. Ah! Sorry, Evil Lynn. I got some cleaning up to do. Okay. Moving on. Club Grayskull Shadow Weaver. Yes. Complete with the floating stand and her spell book and a couple of blasts. I've always loved Shadow Weaver's character. I loved her appearances on the series. The Masters of the Universe Classic Shadow Weaver was a nice figure as well, but she's pretty expensive. In fact, I sold her off when I was collecting the Super 7 figures. We got the Filmation version of Evil Seed. with his vines. Yeah, we have... Oh, hang on, it would help if you could see this guy's face. Nepthu from the Temple of the Sun episode. Oh, I see it. Nepthu had... Crystal Zoar. And he had the Sun Scarab. This is a pretty nice figure, actually. Okay, we've got Strong Arm from the oh my goodness, She-Demon of Phantos episode. And we have Skeletor's Robot Knights. Yes. Masters of the Universe Classics finally made the Robot Knights that I really wish Mattel had kind of made back in the day. We have Trapjaw. He's wearing his energy bow. And his Fly Swatter and Hook and Lasertron are up on top of Snake Mountain. Yeah, the Fly Swatter came from Driel's Return episode. Speaking of, you know what else came from Driel's Return? I see, there he is. There's Clawful. Clawful's very impressive debut episode. Now that I'm older and looking back at that episode, Clawful's debut is what carried that episode. He comes with the Horn of Evil. We have a Filmation accurate Merman from Club Grayskull. He has his sword to go with... He has a sword as an homage to his original figure, and I think he has the spear with the Crimson Pearl in it. The one he used to summon Bakal in Tila's Quest. Beastman is hiding back here somewhere. I see it. He's got his whip, and he has one of the shields for the lizard men in House of Shakoti Part 1. They never made them. Moving on, we've got your Horde Troopers. We have General Sunder. We have Dialamug from Duel at Devlin. It was the first She-Ra episode after Secret of the Sword. Okay, we've got Leech. That's the classics version of Leech. And we have the Club Grayskull Grizzlor and Mantenna. Grizzlor has a Horde shield and his laser rifle. Mantenna has some kind of beam rifle, and he does actually have a separate head that has the eyeballs intact. We've got Triclops. He's holding a laser blaster like they held in oh my goodness, what was that episode? Eye of the Beholder, and he has a sword for reasons. We have Voltac. He was in a couple of She-Ra episodes. We have Calyx from the 200 from the Mike Young Productions He-Man series. We have Rat Trap, the Horde Mummy, and we have the man himself. Commander Hordak is in that cell with Imp, and that would be their Club Grayskull versions. Up here we have God Skeletor, once again from the William Stout collection, straight out of the motion picture. We have King Hiss. Of the Snake Men, we have Cobra Khan. We got a baby Panther guarding Glimmer. Glimmer came with her staff and her little crystal orb. Yeah, that orb is really hard to remain in place. Who's this? This can't be... No, that's Faker. I had to order 2 of this He-Man simply because he came with 4 separate heads, including a Faker head and the little robot head. We have Icer from the Filmation cartoon. We have Goatman from the Golden Books. We have Optic and Krita from the New Adventures. We've got Panther. He might be Masters of the Universe Origins. That's right. Geldor from the mini comics, The Secret Liquid of Life. We have Lodar from the Slave City mini comic. Snakeface of the Snake Men. And we have, that is how Jitsu appeared in the Filmation series. The one time he showed up, he was in the Dragon Invasion episode. They called him Chopper. Fang Man came out of the Time Corridor episode. He only had one appearance, just like Strong Arm did, and I kind of wish that he and Strong Arm had appeared more often. Anyway, Fang Man comes with his slingshot and with the little time wheel that you see down there. The Landshark is from Origins. Club Grayskull, Spike Gore. Yes. Here. He's got his trident. He has that dopey look that he had in Filmation. No, I was all over the place here. Aha! Scareglow from Classics, from the Classics line. This guy is expensive. I love this figure. I'm not making the mistake of selling him only to rebuy him all over again. We've got the Horde Wraith from the Mike Young production series. It kind of reminds me of Shadow Weaver, except there was an army of these guys. We have the Origins version of Trapjaw, simply because he's one of my favorite evil warriors. And we have the Origins version of Mosquitor because reasons. His figure looked cool. And we have the box from Mr. Oldest and Wisest of Dragons. Yes. Now, this ragtag group of renegades. What could Super 7 or Matty Collector, before it was Super 7's line, possibly have produced for the evil villains? Where do I even begin? I really wish they would have made Negator from the Filmation series. He was kind of an electronics wizard. I wish they would have made Game Master. He was a gladiatorial ringleader collecting servants and slaves for his cosmic games. Aramish was cool. Aramish was a robot from Orko's dimension. What do I have to say about Admiral Scurvy from the She-Ra series? I wish they would have made him. He was a classic character. I think everyone kind of wishes they had made Hunga the Harpy from She-Ra's series. Everyone who was familiar with her kind of wishes they'd made her. I swear there was at least someone from the mini comics I'm forgetting. It'll come back to me. Anyway, these are your villains. I'll be back tomorrow with the finalized version of something resembling a top 10 of figures simply from my collection. Hope to see you then.